Hi everyone, it's Candice here, and I'm going to show you how to crochet a scarf. If you're a beginner crochet artist, this is a great beginner project, and I'm going to try to make this as easy as possible for you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to tie a knot, just a simple knot, right around our crochet hook. Okay, leave a little hanging, and we're going to start with a chain stitch. This is a beginner stitch, and this is what you use for a lot of crochet projects. Hold your yarn between your pointer and your middle finger. Hold your hook. Notice I'm also holding what is going to be where my chain starts to build, and I don't drop it. So yarn over, pull through. 1, yarn over, pull through. That's 2, yarn over, pull through. That's 3, and we're gonna just keep going until we get to about 30. You want to keep checking your work. Make sure you're making nice uniform chains. You can let your yarn get loose if you need. And hopefully I'm giving you a nice bird's eye view, sort of like you're looking over my shoulder. And if you lost count, don't panic, because you can always count your stitches. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm going to do about 7 more to get to 30. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So this is about how wide my scarf is going to be in width. It's going to be a lot longer than that, but that's about how wide it's going to be. Okay, I'm going to chain 1 more, and I'm going to skip that on the way back. So I'm going to turn my work. I only work in one direction. And now I'm going to start a single crochet in these top loops here. Okay, so I'm going to skip that first one. Okay, that's my single crochet on the side. So I'm going to skip it. I'm going to go right in this here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Okay, just like that. That's a single crochet. So I'm just going to get some more yarn here, make it nice and loose for myself.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so we're going to just continue single crocheting right across this row all the way until we get to the end. So find your next stitch. This stitch is already used. We can see our single crochet on it. So we're just going to put our hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and again, right across the row. And then once we get to the end of the row, I'll show you what to do. And it's a good idea to just look at your work as you're going, make sure everything looks okay, and if it doesn't, you can always pull it out and try again. This light yarn, I think, makes it pretty easy to see where your next stitch should be. Okay, needle in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. So I'll try to do a couple slow, just in case you want to see it a little slower. And I'm still scissoring that yarn in between these 2 fingers. And if your work starts to curl a little bit like mine is, no worries, it's not a problem. We're just making nice tight stitches, and sometimes that tends to happen, but it won't curl as we continue to make our scarf. Unless you want it to curl, and I could actually show you how to do that. Okay, so we're almost to the end of our row. And so we will have one row of a chain and one row of single crochet complete. And maybe you can start seeing that vision of a scarf that is starting to build. And that's exactly what we'll do. We'll just do row upon row upon row upon row. Okay, so I have about 2 stitches left. And you'll know when you're done, because you won't have any more stitches to put your hook in. So one more. And last one. Okay, I have no more stitches. I know I'm at my end. I'm going to do 1 chain stitch. So there's our beautiful row of single crochet. And again, I only go in one direction when I'm crocheting, so I'm going to turn this around. But before I turn it around, I'm going to chain 1. So chain 1. Just yarn over, pull through, and then flip it, and we're going to go right back in the other direction. Now this time, you don't have a chain to go in. You have your single crochet stitches. So you see these 2 little pieces of yarn here. I'll see if I can come closer and show you. And if you turn your work, you'll see two little pieces of yarn. We're going to go through both of those. So we're going to take our crochet hook, go through both of those. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. I'm just going to tighten it up there. And I'm going to go again. So again, I see those next two little stitches. I'm going to put my hook right through the 2 of them. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And now you can see we're starting to build another row here. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to keep crocheting across this row until you get to the end. And then once you get to the end, you're going to do the same thing we just did. You're going to chain 1 and then turn around and keep going. And so I'll show you what it looks like. Here's where we have 2 rows, and here's where I have not crocheted yet. I still just have the 1 row. So you can see it's a little bit bigger over here and a little bit thinner over here. So if I keep going across this row, I'll have 2 rows all the way across. And I'll just show you what that looks like. And then I'll take a little break and show you what to do when you've got all your rows done. And I just need a little more yarn here, so I'm just pulling out my yarn. I haven't left you, I promise. I am still right here. I just needed a little more yarn. Okay, so hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, repeat, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And when you do put your hook in, you can see those 2 stitches on your hook. And you're going to yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay. And we're just going to keep repeating this process. And you can see how it grows. Little by little it grows. 1 row at a time. And you see how it's kind of starting to uncurl also as we keep building. Pardon my breathing. If you have any trouble, you can watch the video in slow motion. You can send me an email. You can come visit me in the library. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, just need to pull out a little more yarn here. I don't want too much tension on my yarn. I want to be able to have something to work with. Okay, and like I said, a good idea, just check your work, make sure everything looks good. And don't worry, I'll show you how to finish off. You won't have that little piece of yarn hanging. I mean, while you're working it, you will. But I'll show you how to finish at the end. Okay, so again, I'm almost to the end of my row. And I just want to go until I have no more stitches to go in. That's my chain that I built last time. So we're going to leave that be. I can see I'm at my end. I have no more stitches to go in. Now I have to just chain one before I turn. Chain one, turn around. Okay, so there's 2 beautiful rows of crochet, and you just want to keep doing this. So I'll go about 5 more stitches, and then I'll pause the video and keep building it. But I don't suggest you pause. I suggest you keep going across. Don't forget to chain one at the end. So just keep building your rows. And you'll see eventually, if you keep building and building, a scarf will start to, a nice, thick, wide scarf will start to build. Alright. So there's what 3 rows looks like. And I'm going to get to the end of it, chain 1, turn, get to the end of it, chain 1, turn, get to the end of it, chain 1, turn, and I'm going to keep on going